all dependent, you see, on where you place your centre.
Yes?
Where is the centre of infinity? I'm treating someone at the moment with a guilt complex. He tells me that deep-seated feelings of guilt were inculcated in his childhood.
Yes?
And he wants to be rid of them. So I ask him what prompts these feelings of guilt. And he says, I always feel really bad every time I've knocked the wife about.
Yes, I see.
Beaten up the kids or slept with my brother's wife.
Yes.
Yes. So I say, Mr... Oh, no, whatever it is, I say, you haven't got a guilt complex. You are guilty. He was outraged. Also, I'm treating this girl for indecision. There's a drug. It's a very mild tranquilizer, which is often effective in these cases. It allows you to approach the whole business of decision-making in a calm frame of mind.
What happened in her case?
She couldn't decide whether to take them or not. Well, fair enough. I mean, this is her problem.
Yes, yeah.
But on reflection, I can't decide whether to recommend them. Is it normal to be able to make decisions easily? I mean, well, let's say you go into the post office.
Yes.
There are 4 queues. You waste a lot of time trying to decide which one to join, and eventually pick one much at random. It always turns out to contain a man paying in the year's taking of Shellmex BP in small coin and assorted checks. An elderly, deaf, Yugoslav lady with 18 wrongly addressed letters. And an American student who proceeds to fill in a couple of dozen recorded delivery slips in painstakingly flawless copperplate.
And you can't decide whether to change queues or not.
Exactly. Eventually, in exasperation, you do. Immediately. The man in front of you produces a licensing document for a large fleet of motor vehicles in an ominous plastic sack of checks. 6 people join the queue you just left.
Yes.
Well, is the feeling of paranoia you now experience, I mean, the certainty that this doesn't happen to other people, reasonable? Or is it, in fact, paranoia?
I don't know.
Well, neither do I. You have to establish the norm. I was discussing this with Gerald the other night. Gerald's very scientific, and he applied scientific principles.
In what way?
He dropped a slice of heavily marmaladed toast 50 times on the floor.
To discover how many times it would land marmalade side down.
Exactly.
Well, what was the result?
We were up all night shampooing the carpet. Well, I mean, it was only a small area, but when we'd cleaned it, it was paler than the rest.
Yes.
Gerald was furious.
He's very house-proud, isn't he?
Oh, God, it's an obsession. Thinks of nothing else. I tell you, Gerald can wear out a Habitat catalogue in 6 days flat. So we had to move all the furniture to clean the entire carpet there and then. We had people coming to dinner the next night and it wouldn't dry otherwise, you see. So we put the dining table on top of a Chesterfield. It's a gate leg table.
Yes.
2:30 in the morning, it fell off, crashed to the ground. Gerald shrieked at me, blamed me for it. The people downstairs phoned the police. 2:45 in the morning, 3 constables discover 2 grown men frantically shampooing a carpet and screaming abuse at each other. You always do your housework in the dead of night, sir, do you? God, I felt a perfect bloody fool.
Yes. Oh. Well, what then do you deduce from that?
Well, I deduce that Gerald's going soft in the head. What do you deduce? Well, he's tired. Yeah, he's been overworking. We're going away for a few days this week, actually, stay in his cottage in the country.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yes. Yes. Oh, how's Lynn, by the way?
Oh, she's fine, yeah. It's Liz, actually.
Liz? Oh, sorry, Liz, yes.
Yeah, she's worried about babies, you know. She read the other day that conceiving at 28 is an elderly pregnancy, you know. She's 34.
I know this one. Oh, yes, yes. Decisions again. Is her life to be totally absorbed by bawling, bedwetting brats now, or is she to end up old, childless and lonely in later life?
Well, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose.
Yeah, but it causes a lot of problems, you know.
Yes.
It's an awful thing.
Yes.
I think this is Gerald's problem, partly. He's enormously fond of children, you know.
Is he?
Oh, yes. He's wonderful with them, you know. Deals with them very directly, talks to them as equals. Talks to me sometimes like I'm 5 years old. Anyway, let's get on to your troubles, Pete. Anything you want to discuss?
Well, yes. It's Philip, actually.
Philip? Well, yes, of course. I'm terrible with names. Sorry, Philip.
Yes, I'm having trouble with a decision, actually. It's a bit of a major one.
I think that is what's wrong with Gerald, you know.
What is?
Damn, I wish I was more understanding.
Yes.
I simply don't consider others enough. Look, Philip, let's leave it there for now, for this time.
Well, yes, yes, all right.
Oh, well, actually, we've had our 40 minutes. Here. So, we'll go on from there next time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Philip? Peter! Philip!
We're about the same age, aren't we, Napoli?
I think you're older than me, Roath.
Really?
When's your birthday?
It's October, but I'm really not expecting anything.
October.
Yes, that's the one that comes after September.
Yes, well, you're some months older than me.
You're not going to start calling me sir, are you?
What do you want to know?
You asked to see me, Roath?
Yes, you weren't in your office.
I was not. I have come to you, Mahomet and mountains and so on. I think you'd better pop off, Napoli. It all sounded fearfully private.
Yes, of course.
You have something important to tell me.
Well, in a way.
Let me guess. You've decided to do a day's work and you're afraid the shock will be bad for my heart. I was on my way here anyway. I wish to be in a meeting. I want to lie low. And this office is about as low as it is possible to lie. How long have you been with Armour Life, Roath?
Oh,
You must have come here more or less straight after school.
yes.
God, yes, I remember. How you worked in those days, Never left your desk except to squeeze your spots in the gents. What a time of life that is, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
All lies before you, everything to play for. My word. Of course, in my day, there'd been a war on. I look about me now, and I cannot recognize the people as being the same. What a completely different flavour there was to those times.
Yes.
I remember spending nights on Hampstead Underground Station during the raids. There was a different spirit in those days. Everyone singing, swapping funny stories. Everyone joining in, all that camaraderie. God, it was awful. I hate camaraderie. It was like a subterranean Pontins. All that sitting round the live rail singing There's a Long, Long Trail a-Winding. It wasn't surviving the Luftwaffe that surprised me, it was surviving the camaraderie. I tell you, one more night of There's a Long, Long Trail a-Winding and I'd have surrendered. I have never been much of a one for joining in.
No.
Of course, as soon as it was all over, I had to do national service. When 20 adolescent males, plucked from all strata of society, are flung together in conditions of abject adversity and are held in the thrall of moronic sadists, an evil spirit raises its unlovely head.
Camaraderie.
You guessed it. The masculine, sweaty, aggressive kind. It seems we talked of nothing but Jane Russell, football, and the dimensions of the assembled company's wedding tackle. At the end of 2 years, I personally felt we'd done those topics more than justice. What a life. Those uniforms. They were made of wire wool and horsehair. I had a shirt you could have sanded floorboards with. It horrified me to think that our men had had to win the war wearing hair shirts. Yes, I find myself looking back a lot these days. Time of life, I suppose. I shall be a grandfather in 3 weeks' time, courtesy of the last of the Mohicans. He wants a wedding, you know. A decent interval after the birth, you understand?
Yes.
Nothing hasty. I rather think he's planning on wearing a morning suit. If you can imagine that, with a blue Mohican plume and earrings. What a son-in-law to gain. What kind of a grandchild will he present me with? And my doctor's been putting the wind up me.
Really?
Oh, yes, yes. Puts that rubber cuff round my arm. Just going to take your cholesterol pressure, he says. Tells me I've got arteries hard enough to shatter a tungsten carbide drill. All to get me to keep to that bloody diet of his.
It's a difficult one.
Yes, well, yes, you know, skimmed milk, muesli, cottage cheese, salads, black coffee, and 2 bags of fish and chips and a Mars bar at the end of the day when I crack. You like muesli?
Yes, it's all right.
No, it isn't. It's like eating wet leaf mould and gravel. Alice calls it Switzerland's revenge. That's another thing. Alice. You know? Last couple of years, things have been a bit quiet. You know? Underneath the duvet, so to speak.
Yes.
I have discussed that with no one, least of all with Alice. Why on earth should I be telling you?
I don't know.
It's because you're such a miserable sod, I suppose.
Yes.
I say, I don't mean that unkindly.
No.
Well, what's brought all this on is the division of the kingdom. Will I be getting the southeast, or will it go to Biggerstaff? Today is decision day, you see.
Biggerstaff?
Beckenham. Smarmy Burke with a BMW. Came over here when we had the centenary bash.
Oh, yes.
Well, there it is. About to become a grandfather. About to acquire a tearaway for a son-in-law. And now about to learn whether my mother was brought to bed all those years ago that I might be Southeast Area Manager for Armour Life Insurance Company. Now, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Excuse me. Claims analysis. Oh, yes, he is. Just 1 second.
Yes? What? Good God. Well, thank God for that. Thank you, Karen. I'm on my way.
Did you get the southeast?
Bugger the southeast. Miranda's just had twins. Last night was devoted to the choosing of names.
Oh, yes.
The Mohican has a fertile imagination. Tom and Jerry. Cain and Abel, Mark and Spencer. He makes these suggestions in all seriousness, Roath. He is riveted by the possibilities of duality, can't bear to waste it. His favourite last night was Lambert and Butler. I just hope he's never seen an advert for Freiberg and Treyer. I suggested, with what I'd hoped was transparent sarcasm, Castor and Pollux. He misheard Pollux and we almost came to blows. It's horrific. He solicits suggestions. Edmund had an English student friend round last night, so now he's apprised of Beaumont and Fletcher, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and Boswell and Johnson.
But they're all doing well.
Oh, yes, fit as fiddles. Miranda's full of beans. I was just only relieved to see they didn't have little blue plumes and soil-encrusted fingernails. Oh, God. By the way, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I've decided to leave Armour Life.
What do you mean, leave?
Well,
Leave this job, do you mean? Resign?
yes.
Don't be so bloody stupid. How could you possibly leave? What could you do?
Well,
Well, there's nothing you could do. You can't do this job. I'm sorry, Roath, but this is one of those rare occasions when the truth is called for. You're useless. You're quite without talent, ability, or application. All you have is luck. This is a monstrously unjust world for which you can thank your lucky stars. If there were a fragment of order in the universe, you would be the only street corner match seller facing compulsory liquidation. The same arbitrary wind which blew Biggerstaff into the southeast management has wafted you into this little backwater. Leave be buggered. If I'm stuck with this building, I'm damn sure you're not escaping.
Well, that's very good. Very good.
well...
No. If your boss wants you to stay that much, then there is something to be pleased about. I mean, work is very important, and now you have absolute proof that your work is needed and valued. What sort of a week have you had apart from that?
Oh, well, not so bad.
Oh, good. I've had a hell of a time.
I thought you were going to a cottage in the country.
Gerald has been intolerable.
Oh, dear.
It is autumn here. This cottage is in a part of East Anglia that is colder than Greenland. I tell you, Ranulph Twistleton Wickham Fines would draw the line at this place. We were supposed to clear the garden. It is composed of permafrost. Bits kept snapping off the spade. But Gerald is unbelievable. He's a walking culture shock. He starts talking in his sort of Kensington Mummerset. Stomps across country to the nearest pub in manure-encrusted wellies and orders a pina colada. The landlord calls him the fairy farmer behind his back. No wonder gays get a bad name.
What did you do there?
Nothing. It's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, never mind a picturesque village, a nice pub, a duck pond, a non-vandalized telephone box. This place was built by an incompetent hermit on the run from the law. We're not allowed to watch television. Gerald regards that as criminal. In any event, I doubt very much the signal would reach. Frankly, I think what Gerald really wants is a cave and a linguaphone course in grunting. He said it would be a good place for my patients to recuperate. He's off his head. They'd all revert to Neanderthal form. I'd have a clientele of Iron Age manic depressives.
Gerald's actually bought this place.
Yes. Well, it didn't cost much. Quite a bit less than a rail fare, anyway. My God, British Rail.
You didn't drive there?
Oh, well, no. There's no road, you see. You just have to leave the car on the far side of the bog and walk it. I tell you,
Philip.
Philip, it's been really grim. 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 I lost a patient as well.
Oh, dear.
Yes. That girl with the decision problem. She got much better.
Well, that's good.
Is it? She made up her mind to stop seeing me. Oh, well. By the way, did Lynn have her baby?
I'm in a foul mood. I am terminally depressed. Set the alarm for dead of night, will you?
What's wrong? What time?
I'm about to chuck this job. I got a new promotion today. 5:59, so we're going to hear the news.
Promoting what?
Gripe water.
Ah.
Nappies, feeding bottles, spill-proof cups, and baby's first mirror. It's the Tots and Tinies account.
Baby's first mirror?
It's their speciality. Narcissism is inculcated early these days. They have easy grip, soft plastic handles. Also, they are convex, so the poor little sods all think they look like the Mekong. All today I've been auditioning for the commercial. 57 one-year-olds. I had to check their smiles for the gripe water, their eyes for the mirror, and their bums for the paddy pants. The director rejected one little boy because he had down-market dimples. I ask you, poor kid, I nearly stole him. If I was his mother, I wouldn't hawk his dimples round ad agencies. Have you set the alarm? I've got to be in Bristol by 10.
What time did you say?
5:59. I do wish you'd listen, Philip.
Simon and Garfunkel, he's decided he wants.
Oh, no.
Apparently, the old man's been putting in a plea for Gilbert and Sullivan as the lesser of two evils.
Well, doesn't Miranda get a look in?
Well, she wanted Starsky and Hutch.
But this is perfectly silly.
Yes, I think they're just playing games, really. Of course, really and truly, it should be Hawkeye and Chingachgook. Is that true? You were thinking of leaving?
Well, I was just luxuriating in the game of it, I suppose.
But you've decided to stay.
And I haven't decided anything. I'm just taking no action. I'm thought to be good at that.
The old man's very upset, you know, about losing the Southeast.
Yes.
Been a double blow with the twins.
Well, he's glad he's a grandfather, surely.
I rather think he felt being a grandfather went better with being Southeast manager.
Yes.
Benjamin and William.
Benjamin and William, that's nice.
No, it isn't. It's Bill and Bloody Ben.
Philip Roath, as I live and breathe.
Stephen! Good God.
And I haven't changed a bit.
Don't talk rubbish. I barely recognised you. I thought you were your father.
Oh, glad to see the old charm hasn't deserted you. You alone?
Yes.
Thought you might be.
Well, what are you doing these days?
Going bankrupt?
No.
Oh, don't worry, bankrupt is nothing. It's everywhere these days, like unemployment, divorce and habitat wallpaper. You divorced?
Yes.
Of course you are. Who isn't?
What are you doing here?
I just popped in to kill myself.
Really?
Oh, yes, I've had enough, Philip, so I decided to drink myself to death. And what are you about these days?
Well, I'm still with Armour Life.
Good God, still? Good God.
I know. Why are you going to kill yourself?
Well, you shouldn't have asked that.
Why not?
Because now I'm going to tell you. Shall I get him in first?
Not just yet. The barmaid is very depressed about her physical handicap.
What?
She's told 3 people tonight she's only got 1 pair of hands.
I thought she might be one of those. She polished the pint mark off a glass before deigning to serve me.
Yeah, she might go off duty soon.
Well, this is your local, is it?
Well, it is now, yes. I lost my local.
Lost it?
Yes, I used to drink in the Well and Bucket.
Oh, that's a beautiful pub. That's a lovely place.
Yes, it was.
Was?
It's been restored to its Victorian splendour.
The Well and Bucket was built in the 30s.
Yes, this hasn't stopped them restoring it to its Victorian splendour. It is now a wilderness of acrylic velvet, fiberglass Tiffany lamps and teak-veneered fruit machines.
Oh, God, I hate this country. Has it got a brass-finished coach lamp outside?
2.
A red light bulb under a pile of plastic logs?
Yep. The Muzak comes out of diamond-latticed speakers.
Muzak?
The shove-hate-me board has become a Space Invaders, and the landlord calls you Chief.
Oh, God, I wish I'd put my money into manufacturing acrylic velvet.
Yes, I don't think it is manufactured. I think it came back with a space probe and they can't stop it growing. Are you really going bankrupt?
Well, the company is, yes. Tell me, when are you going to come out with a bit about how great it is to see me after all these years?
Well, it all depends on how entertaining your story is.
Today has not been entertaining.
Oh, tell me.
Well, it starts on the M1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving down it, thinking for the 19th time I wish I'd put my money into making traffic cones. That's the only growth industry left, Chief. That and divorce solicitors. God, what happened to this country? We can't even build a road. God's teeth, the Romans had less trouble with Watling Street. If they'd had that up half as much as the M1, St Albans would still be a Celtic stronghold. I don't know. So there I am, bit pushed for time. Suddenly I hear old Lily Law, nick, 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 coming up behind in a jam sandwich. How can you break the limit on the M1? What car made can get the speed up between roadworks? Well, certainly not a British one. I'm in a Porsche, aren't I?
Oh.
No, it's only an old one I borrowed from my partner. Got to show a bit of flash somewhere. So they're bound to stop you. I mean, they'd stop the Pope in a Porsche. Well, out comes the old driving licence. Signed picture of David McNee with "Thanks for everything, Steve" written on it on one side, £10 note on the other, and a cutting from the Daily Telegraph saying the British police force are the finest body of men since the 12 Apostles in the middle. I'm nothing if not careful. So I'm sitting there, thinking how I should broach the subject of bribing him and how much. And that tenner wouldn't get you off cycling on the footpath these days. And I suddenly realise I haven't got any cash. I mean, presumably he's not going to take a cheque on a banker's card. Perhaps that's where I made my mistake. I expect they're clued up these days. Probably got little access machines in their truncheon pockets. American Express, sir. That'll do nicely. So I'm left relying on my submissive Desmond Morris body language and the hope that his quota's well up for the night.
Any good?
No. I rather think body language is more effective in a marina. So I'm going to be done for speeding, and I'm a bit late for my meeting.
What meeting?
Oh, yeah. With this Flash City type who's going to bail us out for a slice of the company. Who doesn't turn up anyway. Apparently, at the very last minute, the fraud squad absolutely insist that he join them for a coffee morning. Now, I thought the meeting was very important.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I was late for it.
Yes.
So I parked where I could.
Oh, dear.
Partly on a double yellow line.
Only partly?
And partly on a zigzag.
They're not very keen on people parking on zigzags.
Correct. On my return, the motor has been removed.
Oh, dear.
Off I go to Blue Bottle Buildings. Good morning, handsome and intelligent desk sergeant. I left my Porsche on a zigzag. Turned out nice again, hasn't it? His eyeballs were spinning so fast I was looking for his nudge feature. A Porsche on a zigzag. But clearly this is a castration offence. At the very least, they'll reopen Botany Bay. But 2 phone calls later, we discover it's been nicked.
Oh, no.
I'm still going to be done for parking on a zigzag. The bloke who nicked it will no doubt be severely ticked off. I'll probably go down for a stretch and have my licence tortured to death. OK, now the next thing. I tell you, my day makes Hamlet look like Heidi High. I go to the solicitors about the divorce settlement. Did you keep your place?
Yes. Bought her out.
I lost mine. It was nice, too. Stripped doors, Berber carpet, and we just knocked through. My marriage came down with the sitting room wall. God, I hate that woman. How I hate that woman. No, I don't. That's the trouble. Oh, God, don't get me onto my marriage.
No, I won't.
Was that special?
Yes.
I'll tell you what I mean. About the middle of this year, there were well over 3 million people unemployed. Interest rates were well into double figures. The CBI was forecasting a deepening recession. Bankruptcies and the crime rate were at the highest recorded levels. We'd lost several ships and 250 men in the war with Argentina. Freddie Laker had gone bust. Total strangers were dropping into the Queen's bedroom for a bit of a chinwag. And on the front page of my newspaper, I read that 68% of the nation thought that Mrs. Thatcher was doing a good job as Prime Minister. Yes. Well, I was extremely relieved she wasn't doing a bad one. I mean, it's our expectation I comment on, not Maggie herself.
No, no.
As you know, I think, personally, the Tory party's the biggest concatenation of incompetent, irresponsible, heartless, self-seeking Burke since they disbanded the Hellfire Club.
Yes, I seem to remember.
I declare my interest.
Yes, indeed you do.
But where's the alternative? Extreme left foot seems to have proved beyond all shadow of a doubt that he's marginally less qualified to run the country than Basil Fawlty. And without wishing to seem disrespectful, it is my considered opinion that Anthony Wedgwood Lenin has lost more marbles than the Parthenon. So I'm left asking myself whether Woy, Dr. Death and Shirley, I'll have to catch the next one, Williams, are going to build the new Jerusalem.
I don't think so.
Neither do I. Harlow New Town, more likely, I reckon. Hey, the boy David seems quite a hopeful prospect. But what a crew he's got in tow. I don't know, the country's going to the dogs. We don't seem to make anything anymore. Every time you buy something, you get a Rosetta Stone of instructions. I bought a pot the other day. The first 4 pages of the handbook, the writing went up and down the page. There were 4 chapters of picture writing and half a page of pidgin English. Put to the fire, very slow in the beginning was the opening phrase. Now we're going down the plug, old Philip. Fast.
So it seems. Yeah.
Well, I'm a man of simple intellect. My understanding of things economic is weak. But how this is possible in a country made of coal and swimming in oil is beyond me.
What worries me is that everyone in the country seems to be getting so lazy, greedy and selfish.
I know.
Just like me.
That's what my wife always said I was. Greedy and selfish. God, that woman.
Did she?
Don't get me onto my marriage.
No. I'll go and see if the barmaid's grown any more arms. Getting back into practice was the thing.
What?
Well, you know, come back to my place for coffee, all that.
Oh, yes.
Relearning the vocabulary.
What?
Well, you know, I mean, would you like to come back for coffee? Now, Have you asked, would you like to come back for coffee? Would you like an affair? Would you like a night of wildly abandoned sexual gratification with no strings? Or will you marry me? I mean, 10 or 15 years ago, I didn't know either, but I thought I did, and at least it made me decisive. You know, nowadays I sit there thinking, do I offer a lift home or half my bed? You know, I mean, what is the done thing these days? I mean, it's usually academic, because by then I'm usually too drunk to perform either function adequately. Really? Dutch courage, yes. I'm very insecure, Stephen. So I read an article about this the other day. Some journalist said that he always slept with each woman 3 times. They expect that, he said. I tell you, I live on a different planet from that. I mean, that kind of promiscuous ease chills me.
Well, that's the thing about marriage. You know where you are.
I knew where I was. Spent all my time wondering where my wife was.
Infidelity, eh?
Don't talk to me about my marriage.
No. Napoli's still there, of course.
Of course.
Pritchett?
Pritchett?
Plant and vehicle. National Health, specs and a dicky shoulder.
I don't remember a Pritchett.
Of course you do. He had a Rover 80. Dented your Vespa after Miss Bin's engagement party.
Oh, yes.
Good God. You and that Vespa, coming into work in your peaked Kangol, gauntlets and that black plastic flak jacket you had. You look like Darth Vader. My word, we've worn out some hush puppies since you had a Tony Curtis haircut and acne.
I tell you who I do remember.
Who's that?
Shirley Tinniswood. Do you remember her?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh, God, what a woman. I will admit, I did fancy her rotten.
Did you?
Oh, yes. Mind you, she wore stockings and suspenders, you know. I have always considered that to be contributory negligence myself.
How did you know that?
Christmas party, 1969. 6 months spade work, half a bottle of Dubonnet and a sprig of mistletoe led to a taste of paradise in plant and vehicle reception. Good God, what a woman. I'll never forget the first time I saw her. Emerald green turtleneck and wide patent leather belt in a stressed steel maiden form. My God, my hormones went berserk. Shirley Tinniswood. Oh, I wonder what happened to her.
I married her.
So much?
Well, he's been having a bad time, I think.
Well, he's having a perfectly dreadful time now. Did I leave any tights in here last time?
Yes, in the drawer. I took them to the laundrette.
Oh, good, thanks.
Did you ever wear stockings?
What?
You know, and suspenders.
Good God, no. Why?
No, I just wondered.
They must must be terribly uncomfortable. Tell you a very strange thing about stockings and suspenders.
What's that?
Old men are turned on by them.
Good Lord. And did you get much work done tonight?
No, not enough. There's so few companies left who can afford promotions. Most of the stuff we're pushing now is imported. I tell you, half of them can't even speak English. Terrible, isn't it? Other people suffering.
Oh, yes.
Wish we could do something to help him.
Well, you sounded better then.
Poor man. Shouldn't you go and comfort him?
I think he'll want to be left alone.
That's the third time.
Yes, and a couple more to go, I reckon.
Your bathroom door will be matchwood in the morning.
Well, I think he's trying to spare us unpleasant noises.
Well, I don't think the sound of a house being demolished by a panelled door is the sweetest sound in the world. Couldn't he close it gently?
Well, I think speed is the overriding priority at the moment. I rather hope he does hurry up, actually.
Why?
Because I want to use it. Morning, Ruth.
Are you unwell?
I sincerely hope so. I don't want to spend the rest of my life this colour. Guess who I've got staying with me?
Who?
Stephen Pryor.
Good heavens, are you really?
He was stuck for a lavatory to throw up in, so I lent him mine. Well, actually, we shared it all night. I think there's a new bond between us now.
Well, you two always were as thick as thieves. What's he doing now?
Lying very still and breathing deeply. No. He's part of a company that's gone or going bankrupt, apparently.
Oh, dear.
Yes, he's having a bad time, but he's admirably sanguine about it.
And how's Shirley?
They're divorced.
Yes.
I didn't know he'd married Shirley.
Oh, yes. It was after she left here. I read it in the Life Assurance and Pension Plan Gazette.
I'll never miss another copy.
Oh, by the way, Napley's collecting for something.
Oh, no, not again. What for this time?
I don't know.
Dear me, we've had the Waterford glass people on double time ever since I've been here. Karen is not getting married again, is she? I've had to fork out for 2 wedding presents for her over the years, and I always feel a bit guilty we didn't get her something to commemorate her divorce.
I don't think anyone's getting married.
Well, it can't be another baby. Oh, it can't be. Well, if it is, somebody's putting fertility drug in that coffee machine. There is nobody left of childbearing age who hasn't produced a football team in this office.
Well, whatever it is, I hope we get something nice. I do resent all that money going on cats climbing into brandy balloons and Shire horses.
Waterford glass, you mark my words.
What did we get you when you got married?
A radio alarm clock.
Oh, yes.
Didn't do us much good, did it?
Where have you been all morning, Napley?
Working. You should give it a go someday. It passes the time a treat. I'm collecting for Mrs. Allardyce.
Mrs. Allardyce? She's over 60. Oh, no.
Afraid so?
Oh, dear, what a shame.
Oh, not Mrs. Allardyce. But what about the window box?
Well, it'll still be there. Someone will look after it.
Well, not like Mrs. Allardyce, they won't. She's got a gardening drawer in her desk. Damn. Why do they have to retire people? She's been here ever since I joined Armour Life. Good morning, Mr. Roath. She always says it as though I'm a bit of a lad who's been up to no good. I half believe her. It gives me a lift, lasts all the way to my office door.
Roath's got Stephen Pryor staying with him.
What, the one who married Shirley, Thing?
Tinnis Wood. Yes. They're divorced now. I met him last night in the local.
Good heavens, how is he?
Not too clever, I'm afraid. We were in the pub all night.
Oh, dear. By the way, Is the Well and Bucket your local?
No, it isn't actually. Why?
Oh, I thought it would be. We go in there a lot more, only I'm always afraid we might meet you in there. It is near you, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good if you're not there. We use it more often. It's a beautiful pub. It's one of the nicest I know.
Napley, I'm afraid...
I mean, it was the most god-awful spit and sawdust, but they've done it up a treat. Well, if you'd like to give me your donations within the next few days, there'll be a little party in Current Evaluated on Friday at 5, OK?
Have you decided what to get her?
No, we'll have to discuss it. I thought some Waterford glass might be nice. See you later.
Cheers.
Cheers. They serve a lovely drop of orange juice in here, don't they?
Beautiful. Perfectly kept. Did you have a good day?
Excellent, yes. My desk lurched about a bit this morning, but it was very steady all afternoon. You?
Slept most of it. Why did I have all those whiskies? I mean, you were very nearly as ill as I was on just the beer. God, I don't know. Never again. Well, well, Mrs. Allardyce. She still keep that window box?
Oh, yes.
It's the end of an era. Morning, Mr. Pryor. I can't explain it. She always said it as if we had a guilty secret.
I know.
Will she cry, do you think, at this party?
Well, she'd better. I put 5 quid in.
5 quid?
Well, it is Mrs. Allardyce.
Yes, I know, but all the same, Waterford glass isn't that expensive. Peebles. Peebles with the stammer.
Yes.
Poor chap, it was really bad. Sometimes he couldn't get started at all.
I know.
Wonder what happened to him.
He's a directory inquiries operator.
You sod! Making fun of a chap's disability.
No, I think I was making fun of directory inquiries.
Napley. My God, I'll see Napley again.
Yeah, he sends his love, by the way.
Love?
Well, regards, perhaps.
I'm frightened of this. You know, going back.
Oh, well, Mrs. Allardyce will be so pleased to see you. And, I mean, you wouldn't want to miss a Current Evaluated party. I mean, they're famous. By the way, did you get her anything?
Oh, yes. It's only a little thing. It's rather nice, I think.
It's an office party, Philip. You don't drink like that at an office party.
Stephen does.
Well, poor chap, he'll damage himself.
You haven't heard the worst. He's being prosecuted.
What?
Yeah, the police stopped us on the way back.
My God, he wasn't driving.
No, I was. I hadn't switched my lights on.
Well, what are they doing him for? Being drunk and disorderly?
No. Trying to corrupt a police officer. this is the sort of living area?
Yeah. Oh, you're selling it with the units and so on?
Yeah, absolutely as it is, yes.
Yeah. Having ultra-modern, fully fitted kitchen with generous cupboard space, the decoration is in impeccable taste and excellent condition, the whole giving an air of great spaciousness. This is a fine property, affording every comfort to the most discerning of purchaser, and constituting a very rare opportunity to acquire a truly charming home in sought-after... Which one's this again?
Bolsover Street.
Ah, yes. Bolsover Street. The earliest viewing is highly recommended. Trouble is, there's quite a few of these places about at the moment. Bit of a glut of these ordinary terrace properties just now.
Oh.
And these units, I mean, they're nice, not being rude, but they're not fabulously expensive, are they?
Oh, no.
I mean, they're not made by some unpronounceable German or Danish mob with a name that sounds like a bath emptying.
No.
Some people seem to want kitchens that look like the flight deck of Concorde these days.
Yes.
You do the decoration?
Yes. Well, my wife and I.
Still, there's always a market for a 4-bedroomed house like this. You know, in fair nick.
3 bedrooms?
Oh, we saw 4. That little room counts as a bedroom.
Well, there is a problem in describing that room as a bedroom.
What's there?
You couldn't get a bed in it.
Well, little bed. Kid's bed, you know, cots and so on.
Well, yes.
Oh, yes. 4 bedrooms. Oh, how'd you get on with that flat list? Anything of interest?
Yeah, this one in School Lane, the one with the very spacious rooms.
Very spacious.
I'm sorry, spacious.
Ah, spacious. Yes, they are spacious, oh yes.
Could I swing a cat in them?
What size of cat had you in mind, Mr. Roath?
Yes, I see.
Sit down, Mr. Roath.
Thank you.
Let me explain the situation. I'm an estate agent.
Yes.
Now, on the one hand, I don't want to send you to look at a property which I know isn't suitable, for you to think it's a waste of time and not come back.
On the other hand...
I'm an estate agent.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Well, we're famous for it, aren't we? Let's be frank. If I describe a house as a charming period residence retaining many of its original features and offering a prospective purchaser limitless potential, what sort of place do you visualize?
A derelict slum?
Well, there you are, then. Shouldn't have any trouble with that list at all.
Yes. Oh, look, you haven't seen the garden?
Oh, no, I forgot. Also has the advantage of large, well-tended... Oh. You're not the keenest of gardeners, Mr. Roath.
No.
Also has the advantage of large, fertile garden.
Offering the prospective purchaser limitless potential?
The very phrase.
What's he doing, do you say?
He's thinking of moving.
Seeing an estate agent today.
An estate agent? Our floors have settled.
Floors?
Settled?
We took up the shag pile in the bedroom. It was nylon, you see, and was giving out more electricity than Battersea Power Station. When the time came for the small hours pad along to the loo, there were great blue flashes when I put my feet on. I never liked it anyway. It was a slippery green colour. Alice chose it. It was like sleeping in a field of astroturf. Eventually I cracked, stuck out for a Berber, 80% wool. I love feeling all those sheep underneath my feet. With a healthy dash of polypropylene as a concession to economy.
Did Alice like that?
She complained bitterly that it was heavy domestic when we only needed bedroom quality.
Oh, well, that's all to the good, surely.
Too good. Suddenly occurred to her that it might see her out, you see. That's what's behind it. Made her feel bleak looking at her last bedroom carpet. For a moment, she glimpsed the void.
What?
Anyway, I faced her down, stuck to my guns, up came the shag pile and revealed a gap beneath the skirting on one side. We have a bedroom on a hill. Explains why Alice keeps rolling on to me in the dead of night. I knew it wasn't physical lust.
Well, isn't that dangerous?
No, Alice isn't that heavy.
No, I mean the settling.
No, not according to my surveyor. Apparently things do just sag a little bit after a time. It's not important. Wish my doctor was like my surveyor. According to him, my sag will see me off long before any carpet. Oh, well. I can't read this, you know. It's not like handwriting at all. It's like a wiring diagram. When I can make it out, the grammar's well-nigh senseless. It's like those instructions you get with Korean calculators. She is English, isn't she?
Who?
That temp. The one with the E.T. leg warmers. Trixie.
Well, I think so.
Well, I don't know. Will he, why is he moving then?
Well, he only needs a flat now, since the divorce.
Oh, yes. Will he be in this afternoon?
No, he's seeing his shrink then.
Oh, yes. Well, it doesn't make much difference, does it? I mean, he doesn't do any work when he's here.
Well, that's certainly true.
Small-minded cretin.
Yes.
Such a self-satisfied prat.
Yes.
I mean, Roath might be the most useless, talentless, bone-idle little creep I've ever encountered.
Yes?
Well, he is. At least he's got the nous to despise himself. That little crawler thinks he's doing rather well in life because he's bought a hover mower.
No. Quite definitely. That's all right. Bye-bye. Sorry about that.
Oh, not at all.
This new receptionist is absolutely useless. Never there. Always out on some useless errand, and you have to answer your own phone. It's quite impossible. You know, I've got a patient here, quietly breaking down. The whole mental and emotional stability resting delicately in my hands, the most critical moment, and the bloody phone goes. Half the time it's this Gretchen woman herself. Would I like pink or green bog rolls in a patient's loo?
Gretchen?
Well, it's something like that. Alexandra, Trudy, one of those. I'm terrible with names. Oh, she's an absolute disaster. Sends people all over the place, indiscriminately.
What do you mean?
Well, you look in the book, you know who you're expecting next. A chap walks in, obviously you think he's the next patient. The other day, I asked this fellow the most intimate questions about his early sex life, his feelings for his father and his relations with his wife. Turns out he's come to sell the hypnotherapist next door a photocopier.
Dear.
Well, he answered everything I asked him. It was most embarrassing. It was bloody embarrassing, I can tell you. In the end, I bought the wretched photocopier. Well, I felt it was the least I could do. Oh, it's appalling. I mean, Mr. Sunto, upstairs, you know, the acupuncturist. He's a boat person. He can't speak a word of English. He's been sticking pins in the cleaning lady for a week. Thank God she's only a temp. Stephanie, that's her name.
That was her, was it?
Oh, no, that was a chap who was a bit anxious, you know, and I had to reassure him.
Therapy by telephone, eh?
What? Oh, I see. No. Oh, no. He's anxious because I haven't paid his bill. And I reassured him by saying his cheque is in the post.
Oh, I see.
It isn't, of course. If I wrote his cheque, my bank manager would have a terminal anxiety attack.
Oh, dear, business is bad, is it?
Business? My God. There are 3 big overdrafts in the world at the moment. Poland's, Mexico's, and mine. I mean, I'm seeing so few people now. Well, it's a recession, I suppose.
Well, now, you see, I'd have thought...
You see, all last year, there were hundreds of people all worried about losing their jobs.
And now they're not worried?
Well, no, now they've lost them. But it doesn't end there. Here am I, a psychoanalyst. My life is devoted to relieving their worries. And their main worry at the moment is that they can't pay my bill. Well, I'm aware of this, so I'm sitting here, worried that I won't be paid.
Yes.
Well, I've got my living to make.
Well, of course, yes.
But I'm also concerned for their concern.
Yes.
As doubtless they are for mine.
Yes.
So the air is charged with anxiety. You know, I mean, before we even begin getting down to childhoods, bad dreams, primal fears, and bedwetting. Oh, dear, I don't know. If I hadn't had a great tax rebate the other day, things would be a bit bleak, I can tell you. God, I feel guilty about that.
In what way?
Well, my accountant, you know. I mean, he massages more figures than a sauna bath assistant. I mean, I come here on the tube. I catch the bus to the hospital twice a week.
Yes.
Well, I hardly drive my car at all.
No.
Well, according to my tax return, I'm using more fuel than a flying doctor.
I see.
I had an accountant as a patient once. He told me that he filed his clients' accounts under fiction and non-fiction.
And this worries you, does it?
Well, yes, to be frank. It's like that estate agent of yours. I'm sort of forced into it, you know. I mean, doesn't it bother you?
Oh, well, I don't have the problem, you see. I'm on PAYE, so they simply take my salary each week, keep most of it, and give me a bit of spending money.
Well, this is it. But, I mean, the worst part is the pantomime we have to go through. You know, I give him all the stuff. He looks at it. After a bit, he says, "These seem very modest figures, Mr. Collins. Stationery, for instance, or whatever it is. Are you sure you only spend this amount?" You know. And I have to say, feeling a perfect bloody fool, "Well, now you come to mention it," then he beams all over his face and starts sprinkling noughts all over my tax return. I go in a pauper and I come out with enough for Gerald and me to have a 15-day holiday in Tashkent. I don't know.
Tashkent?
Oh, we never go anywhere normal. It's always Sierra Leone, Manila, Iceland. We went to Burma one year. God, I got gastroenteritis. Life's bad enough at the best of times, if you ask me, but when you've got the runs in Rangoon, it's a very long way from the barrel of laughs, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I do have a guilt problem, though, I know. This is what is wrong with VAT.
Yes, well, I've yet to find out what's right with VAT.
Oh, well, quite. But we're always aware, you know, that there's this thing we haven't done. It's a permanent sin of omission. VAT guilt. Oh, it's a new species of guilt complex. I'm working on a paper at the moment. Well, I would be if I wasn't spending all my time on my VAT returns. They have agents, you know.
Agents?
Oh, yes. Very cloak and dagger. People who infiltrate. Oh, the case in the paper. Man running a restaurant, one of his waiters was a bloody VAT inspector. You know, weighing the portions, counting the peas. Makes you sick. I fiddle it, you know.
Do you?
Oh, yes. Quite a lot. I hate them. I want to get back at them. I mean, it's insane. I tell you, what with VAT, tax, and this receptionist woman, I've been having quite a time of it. Sorry about this.
It's okay.
Hello! Oh, hello. Oh, no. No. Quite definitely. I posted it, first class, this morning, myself. Yes.
Ruth, I'd like to have a bit of a chat with our friend, the workaholic here. I wonder...
Oh, yes, of course.
It is important, you know. Sorry to disturb.
No.
I'm worried about the turn things have taken.
Yes.
I've just been in the bank. Stood in the wrong queue for an hour or two, while all the other queues changed personnel about 4 times, and then I'm resigned to that. Eventually I get to the grill, and this 14-year-old cashier snaps yes at me in a way that makes Basil Fawlty look like head of public relations at a charm school. Well, I tell him what I want, about 6 times. He counts out the money, makes a mistake in my favour. I told him about it. It was £5. At last he looked up. A nasty, sullen bit of face peeped at me from behind his acne. He was thunderstruck at my stupidity. But more than that,
He was annoyed.
yes, he was angry with me. I tell you, Roath, I looked at him. He was wearing a slightly diaphanous 2-button shirt. He had an appalling rag of a tie round his grimy neck. And from the appearance of his fingernails, he works nights as a diesel fitter. What he is saying with every fibre of his being is, I don't want to be a bank clerk.
Well, what does he want to do?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps he has pretensions of being a medical man. He carried out a most thorough internal examination of both nostrils while I was there. I know there's no justice. For God's sake, look at the nurses. Faced down to an outrageous wage. That girl in claims, that temp, the one who hasn't yet got round to inquiring what our national language is so she can commence the process of learning it. Trixie. She gets twice what a nurse earns. Nurses have to have a patience and integrity quite above and beyond.
Yes.
Gets very basic sometimes, you know, a nurse's job.
Yes.
No. This is what's wrong with my son-in-law. You know, the one who shaves everything he can reach except his face. He's reduced to hacking bits off himself and walking around like a savage, because it's the only way he can distinguish himself. I mean, there's no O-level for shoplifting. No one ever got made a Knight of the Bath for services to mugging. But banks. I thought banks were sacrosanct. It's bad news when the Mongol hordes have penetrated this far. And by the way, could you give me a lift to the station after work? My car's in dock.
Yes, of course.
Jolly good. I'll buy you a drink in the Feathers.
Nice of you to look in.
Ah,
You do live in this place, do you?
I'm sorry I'm late.
You're not late. No, you're on the dot. 11:25. 10 minutes legal drinking up time, 10 minutes illegal dalliance, and a 5-minute walk home. You're as reliable as a quartz crystal.
But I'm sorry. You see...
I mean, this is old-fashioned, Philip. I feel like Flo Cap. It's boring here in this bloody room on my own, you know? I mean, I've been watching Channel 4.
God, I'm sorry. What was it? Lacrosse semi-finals from Albuquerque?
Nothing as interesting as that. Don't try and wriggle out of it with weak jokes.
No.
I mean, it's perfectly ludicrous. I feel I should stand behind the door with a turban and a rolling pin. This is Donald McGill territory. We are supposed to be having some sort of romance. You know, consideration and affection. You're completely wanting in the first apartment, and you come home too drunk to be of any use in the second.
I'm not drunk.
Then, first thing tomorrow morning, with the alarm about to go off, we'll have your usual burst of passion.
Liz?
When we've both got to go to work. Love-making against the clock. It's like being in training for the 6 Olympics. Apparently, we are entered for the 4-minute nookie contest. Well, this is not what I call a satisfactory state of affairs.
No.
Do you want some coffee?
Yes, please.
Well, bloody well make it, then. I'll have mine black with no sugar. Well, what have you been doing?
I've been with the old man. He got drunk. When he's sober, no one would ever accuse him of being a man of few words. When he's had a couple, he makes Robert Robinson sound like a Trappist monk. He's worried about something medical. He told me about Susie Wong.
What?
Apparently he spent his national service in Hong Kong and he's convinced he left a few strays there. He says every time he reads a calculator instruction book or programs his video, he wonders if his son made it. I think he suspects that the entire Hong Kong economic miracle, which is wiping out our industry, is in fact the revenge of his abandoned offspring. Did you say black or white?
Black.
Did you watch the news at all tonight?
Don't try and strike up an irrelevant conversation with me. Not now. I'm sulking.
Yes.
And I'm going to go on sulking for quite a time yet. The atmosphere in this god-awful room is going to be intolerable.
Why do you keep going on about this room? It's quite nice in here.
Nice?
Well, it's got limitless potential anyway.
Well, there we are then. Things can never be the same again.
What?
In vino veritas. I woke up this morning and said, please, God, don't let me remember anything about last night. My prayer fell on stony ears. I remember everything about last night. You and I have drawn closer together. A secret bond has formed between us. God, how depressing.
Did you get the results of those tests?
Oh, yes. Everything's hunky-dory.
Oh, good.
Beetroot it was.
Beetroot?
Yes. I forgot I had it the day before, you know. Shows up. Can be a bit alarming.
Yes.
Felt a bit silly when I was on the phone.
Oh, well.
I say, all that Susie Wong stuff, you know, last night. I dare say I exaggerated that a bit. I usually do.
Oh, yes, well, I don't really remember much about that, actually, no.
No. God, how depressing.
Ah! Going away?
Well, I was. Gerald got a late booking. 15 days self-catering in Guatemala. But I've got to stay.
Oh, why's that?
I've got to see the customs and excise people.
Oh, what about?
Well, everything. That bloody receptionist woman, Gretchen.
Trudy.
Stephanie. She's a VAT inspector.